Hey guys, welcome to my podcast. I'm with
Aminata.
Faith.
Bunny.
And today we're going to speak about growing up in the UK as dark-skinned women, but we're going to ease into it. So how's you guys' week been? Are you guys excited for summer?
Listen, my expectations are,
For summer?
Yeah.
Yeah. What plans do you guys have?
Flying out.
Flying out, period. What countries are you thinking of going?
To be honest, I want to go to like different countries like Japan and
Is
stuff.
it? Oh, you're
Japan's
spontaneous.
expensive.
Japan. Japan, you're spontaneous. How much is a ticket to Japan? Do you guys know?
Not even.
Do you know?
I know it's expensive there.
I know it's 400 and above, I think.
I would want to go. Wait. Tokyo is in Japan. And then, babe, where else would you want to go?
Australia.
Australia.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really wanna
what
go
do you do in Australia?
Like, I don't know, it's very different.
No, do you know what?
like,
It's nice to be different. It's actually really nice to be different.
Yeah.
I would want to go to America, defo.
100.
Like, everyone's going to Miami. I'm not gonna lie. How much is a ticket to Miami? You don't know.
I don't even know.
But
Wait,
defo
you guys
America.
talking about this summer?
Yeah, this.
Yeah.
She wants to go this summer.
Okay.
I mean, I would save Tokyo, Japan, all that for later. But I'm not gonna lie. China, the population is very mad. Like I heard that when you go there, it's dirty, it's mad.
Is
like,
it?
Yes. The population is like what 1 billion in China.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Have you been to any like of those countries before? What country have you been to before?
I've been to Tenerife,
Yeah.
Paris or France, Amsterdam.
So the normal.
Yeah, Germany.
Yeah.
Like, the normal.
Do you enjoy it?
countries. Yeah.
Where have you been?
Morocco, France, Spain.
I've never been to Africa. Have you guys been to Africa?
You've never?
When I was a baby, but I'm going tomorrow.
Oh, where you going?
Oh.
Ghana.
Oh, is it? Are you from Ghana?
Yeah.
Oh, Ghana's beautiful. I've never been to Africa in my life.
How long are you staying there for?
2 weeks and 3 days. Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna go into the topic with a statistic. Okay, this statistic is actually from online, so before people say I'm making it up, it's from Leaders Igniting Transformation, and it said research has shown dark-skinned women are less likely to be married. I was shocked. Yeah.
I'm not actually that shocked though.
You're not that shocked?
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not.
not
You're
really...
that shocked.
Because I don't even want to get married,
Is it?
I don't want to get married.
Why?
at all.
Why?
I just...
You just don't.
I'm happy by myself. Like,
it?
I'm very and I feel like I'm very weak when I
Yeah.
start to, have affection for other people.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, I'm staying strong and being by myself.
So do you want to have children or anything? You actually don't. I'm the opposite. I want kids. I want to get
A
married.
family,
Yeah, do you know what I
same.
mean? And I want black love. But according to this statistic, I don't know if that's possible. But like, I think when it comes to like being dark skinned, I think it's very evident because from being young and like being in primary school, already being dark skinned, already being black, boys didn't really like that anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're blick.
Blick.
When you're in the dark and you open your eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, we can see your eyes,
see your
teeth.
eyes.
Literally, have you guys had any of those experiences before?
All the time.
Is
Like
it?
every day.
All
Primary
the
school was the
time.
worst.
Primary school was the worst.
Primary school's worse for you.
Yeah.
Primary school every single day.
I'm not going to primary
Like,
school.
Child,
Not
I
a
did
day
not
went
know.
by.
I did not even know I was dark skinned until I
Is
stepped
it?
into secondary school.
Oh, did you go to a girls' school?
No.
Is
I
it?
didn't. I went to a mix.
Is it? So what was it like in secondary school?
Hell.
Is it?
Hell. But like, nobody knew that, I felt that type of way because I never
Yeah.
reacted.
Yeah.
I used to laugh it off.
Yeah.
you
Because
weren't allowed to-
what can you really say? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, someone will say, oh, you're blick. You're like, that's
Exactly.
funny, but really and truly, that's not funny.
I wasn't
Yeah.
laughing. I wasn't laughing. Are you guys mad? I just acted like I didn't care, but I wasn't laughing.
Yeah.
I was looking at them like, what are you doing? This is not funny. This is not funny. What the fuck? This is not funny, guys.
No,
like,
it's true.
No, it's true.
Don't
But
piss
like,
me
bro,
off.
What can I do?
what can you do?
It's either I laugh or I cry. Like,
Don't
I'm
come
not
in
gonna lie.
and being like one of the early few dark skins, they're like, what the heck? Like you don't have people to defend you, do you know what I mean? Like guys were just rude, but I think it was primary school for me. And top of that being African as well.
Really?
Definitely say I'm from Jamaica like once or twice. Definitely
no,
say that.
my primary
Yeah.
school was very much African.
But I think it must have been up at secondary school. I feel like that's worse, isn't it? Because you guys know what you're doing, do you know what I mean? I feel like in primary school people didn't really know
Yeah.
the difference between dark skin, brown skin, light skin, do you know what I mean?
And what even made it worse is that it would be boys that are the same colour
Is
as
it?
you, the same
Was it mainly boys
complexion.
or girls?
Mainly boys.
Yeah.
Mainly boys. To your face, boys.
Is it?
But girls behind your back.
Yeah. Oh, do you like have one experience where you're like, damn, like being dark skin is not it, innit? Well, like not it, but like it's not as appreciated as other tones.
Every single day.
Is
What was your worst?
What was your worst
What was you
experience?
guys' worst experience?
I'd say probably my worst experience was when I was going on a bus.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to come off the bus because some grown men, like 2 grown-ass men, started to like point to each other and like
Is
say that,
it?
yeah, look at that girl, like she's so dark, like, and started
For real?
laughing, like just tapping each other and laughing, looking back
Oh
and
my
forth at
gosh.
me.
For real?
Yeah.
I don't have like a experience, but I just have several like backhanded compliments. But I do remember being young, yeah, I used to want to be not light skinned but have their features. Like my mom used to perm my hair, and I have mixed race cousins. I'd be like, oh mom's, my hair gonna be curly, like, you know, this person, blah blah. But obviously no, I don't know, but at the time I wasn't even like insecure. I just wanted my hair to be curly, like what the heck.
Because I wanted to bleach. Like
Well,
I had a plan.
bleach.
I
had
literally
a plan. You had a plan.
I had a plan. I had to wait until I turned 18. Like, I knew the shop I was going to get it from. I knew how much it was.
Oh my
but
gosh.
obviously, in primary school, I used to get like £1 a day or something. So
Oh,
there was no way I was getting that cream.
Oh my
So I was
gosh,
like, let me just wait till I'm
real.
18.
I know. I'm not gonna. I never wanted to bleach. I'm Congolese, and best believe I know where to get bleach cream, but I never wanted to bleach.
Oh,
I don't know. Like,
No, I wanted to bleach so
heavily,
bad.
I wanted to bleach.
Yeah,
because
I
my
was
mum
going
was
to.
dark skin. Mum's dark skin as well, so she like seeing her being dark. I don't know. She never bleached, so why would I bleach? You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
But a lot of people in my culture do bleach, like a lot.
It's actually sad.
And even I don't know if you remember this, but I saw a sociology video, and this guy, he was from Peckham, then he moved. I don't forget the name. He moved to like Kent or Essex. All his friends are white. Then he bleached. He wore blue contacts.
Really?
Yeah,
Blue
because
contacts?
they were so mean to him. Yeah, like he wore blue contacts. He bleached. He dyed his hair so he could be white like them as well. Yeah, but so back to your situation. Yeah, like afterwards, how did that make you feel? Like, did it?
I was literally, my anxiety from then on was like, you
Is
know,
it?
like I was so anxious to go anywhere because even if nobody was talking about me, I would just always
You just think.
everybody's looking at me.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about
Like,
me.
everyone thinks, oh my gosh, like, she's so blick. Like,
Yeah.
me,
You
that's
know
why
what
I
it was
hated
as
me.
well. When you have like light skinned friends in your group, or like let's say you're walking like and there's like lighter girls than you, you will definitely stand out because like oh they're lighter, or like like have you guys experienced like when you're out of a light skinned friend and then they get more of the like
Attention.
Yeah.
attention and
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make you feel insecure, but it's like damn, like well
It's like I'm really left out.
yeah, like
wow.
I'm really here as well. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
but being African as well, 'cause I feel like if you was Jamaican, I have to explain it, you'd get away with it. 'Cause
I know
feel
what
like
you mean.
when you're Jamaican or like Caribbean, because you're Caribbean and you're not like African, that's because Africans they'll feel like oh you smell or you know
You're fresh.
yeah. If you was Caribbean and dark skin, I feel like you got away with it because being Caribbean was cool. I don't know why it was cool though, but it was cool.
I don't know. I just feel like because they didn't really have. Actually, no. Do you know what? I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything
Yeah.
because
Uh-huh.
I feel like obviously they don't speak
Yeah.
native language. Obviously
Yeah,
they've got
yeah.
patois or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like. People would obviously make fun of our native language
Yeah,
as well.
it's
Like, be like,
true.
oh, what do you guys say? Then I'll be doing them clicking
Yeah.
sounds and blah,
yeah.
blah, blah.
Or like let's say your mum's coming to pick up from school and
Yeah.
then on the phone speaking
loud.
doing all of this stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it's sad because even being dark skinned, I feel like black men also play a part into
Heavily.
like downplaying it
Heavily.
because let's say like footballers
played
and
the
rappers,
main
they
part.
play the main
They
part
played the
because
main
with
part.
footballers and rappers, if you look at their like girlfriends, majority of them are actually light skinned or like brown, like lighter shade of black. Do you know what I mean?
100.
Like I think how it is, yeah, if there's like a pyramid, let's say there's white, there's Latina, mixed race, light skin, caramel, brown skin, then dark skin. Like I'm not gonna lie, we have the shortest end of the stick.
Yeah.
So like if a guy wants to date a black girl, he's probably gonna cheat and go for a light skin girl because she's technically black or white, but like with black features. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. Like, have you guys ever experienced that with like dating as well? Like,
I have, you know, and a lot of the time people always tell me like, oh, my type is light skins, but you're the exception. Like,
What?
do you expect me to
what the
be-
hell? Like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
let me fall in love with you
Wow.
now. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I knew
no.
it. Literally.
Why are you gonna say that to me? Because that's
yeah.
putting
Now
me
you're
off.
like, what the heck? And like, do you still speak to them afterwards, or
No,
like
no.
you don't? What about you? Have you?
I never had that experience. I can't lie.
Yeah, I just think for me, it's just like let's say like you're in a motive and then guys are like, oh, pick what girl you do this and that with. It's usually the light skinned girls. Do you know what I mean? It's only recently guys are starting to appreciate dark skinned women, but I think because it's a trend.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. Oh my god,
It's way more on the internet
Everyone's
than
so
in
fake.
real life.
Everyone is so fake.
It's a facade. It's a facade.
It's
It's a facade.
I knew it was fake, bro.
'Cause-
It's fake, like because the same guys that would be like, "Oh, I love black women," their girlfriends would usually be lighter skinned, or do you know what I mean? And then their excuses, "Oh, I'm just more attracted to lighter skinned women," but. And when you ask them why, or dark women or black women, they're aggressive, they're rowdy, they're this and that. Even, I don't know if you guys watched X Factor, yeah, but when I was young, I used to watch X Factor religiously. And there was, you know Misha B? Do you guys remember her? Oh
The
my
judges,
gosh.
when
They
oh my
were
gosh,
so
no,
mean.
yeah.
She went there, and then Louis Walsh was like, "Oh, you're really confident. I hope you're not too confident." And then they started getting on. Yeah.
Just out of nowhere.
And then what's
Oh
that
my
girl's
gosh,
name?
yes.
The
Talisa.
Yeah, her.
She was like, "Yeah, I heard some things about you being backstage, being rude to everyone, blah blah. I just hope you like. Do you know what I mean?
In front of everybody.
In front of everyone.
National TV.
It's the I hope you're not too confident for me.
Getting that from where? You don't even know the girl. You never met her
Like
before. Just 'cause
literally,
she dark skin.
like she was black and she was a darker shade of black, and I know there was other lighter contestants that they wouldn't say that to you. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like she made a video in regards of her being rude. She was just defending herself, and I feel like as black women, we're always taught to defend ourselves because if you don't, you know, they'll walk all over you. From that research, even it says from like slavery times, like black people have been through it. Do you know what I mean? So like, as of now, you still have to like defend yourself. But I don't know, man. It's not. I think now it's becoming easier because we have like models like.
It is, yeah. But I had a live one time and I asked, is it still a thing in secondary school where you get called blick? Because I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was eradicated.
Yeah,
like,
is it not?
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not.
It's still going on apparently.
For real.
Yeah. So I don't know. Nothing's really helping.
Nothing's really changed.
Nothing's changed.
I actually thought everything's changed. You know?
Same. But it's just 'cause
I feel like it
Yeah.
has
We're growing
improved,
up.
but it's still very much there.
Mm-hmm.
It's still very
You think
much
it's
there.
improved?
Yeah,
I actually thought. I'm not gonna lie. I thought the whole blick phase was done, finished.
Yeah.
I actually thought the whole blick phase was done.
But see how you thought it was done.
Yeah.
Does that not mean that there's improvement then?
I mean, I'm not in school. Do you know what I mean? I'm in union with
That's the
adults.
thing,
No
yeah.
adult's gonna be like to you, or you're blick. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. My sisters don't come back from school telling me, "Oh, I was called this and that." Do you know what I mean? So I actually don't know. Some kids are not, but it's weird that kids. Do you guys ever question why kids say that? Like, cool, like
It's trends.
They see that someone's dark, and then, you know. I think
feel
it's
like
from
it's just a
within
trend.
because you know Nella. Remember that time where her tweets were like pulled up? I remember I watched her video the other day. She was like how she only did that because when she was in secondary school, primary school, I think it was secondary school, they used to like cuss her for being black and African. So when she had the chance to cuss them back, she would do it too. Do you know what I mean? So it's usually like have you ever guys ever had a white person say you're blick?
No.
Yeah. No, I have.
Wait, you
yeah.
have?
Yeah.
No way.
I've never had a black person.
Guys, I'm stuffing in this life. I'm stuffing in this
my
life.
gosh, what
White
happened?
boys like. I'll just
Oh
be
my
walking. I'll be
gosh.
it was the boys in my area. Like they were the worst of the
wow.
worst. Hey, I'll just be walking, and then you'll
Wow.
just be hearing like, "Oh, blick chocolate, blick this, blick that." They will come up with the most creative cusses to just finish me there.
Oh my gosh. I heard obviously I
suffered.
heard that white men it's weird but fetish over
yeah,
like
fetishize
darker
over.
women. Do you know what I mean? Like they're just more. I don't know how to explain. Like I think sometimes I'm not gonna lie. Some white men love a bit of culture, you know. But then some it's like, do you know what I mean?
It's a bit
And it relates
too
back to
much.
secondary school when girls be picked. I feel like dark skinned women would only be picked if they had big bum or breast.
Yeah, 100.
If you had a big bum or breast, then you could kind of like you know
You can get away with it.
you can get away with it.
Oh, I got away with nothing. I
I was skinny. I was twig. Oh my gosh. Bro, I was skinny. I was dark. My hair didn't even make sense. I was just everything a boy just wouldn't want. Do you know what I mean?
same.
But like, it's sad though because some girl might watch this and think, "Oh my gosh, that's me right now." I feel insecure, but you shouldn't because
Yeah, she should.
if you keep up with society, you're never gonna be happy.
You're never gonna be.
You're
One
never
thing,
going to be happy
do what
because
you want.
do what you want because and you see how dark women are appreciated.
Yeah.
Next you know they start hating on light skinned women. Like it doesn't 1 minute being skinny is in trend, next minute being thick is in trend. Like it doesn't make sense. So if you are dark and you think, oh I don't like myself, like I don't know, just don't. I don't know how to explain it, but like you guys know what I'm trying to say. I don't know how to explain it, but
you need
like,
to
don't.
stop.
Yeah.
Like
Think
stop
about it
caring
too
about
much.
what people think.
What
Yeah.
everybody
People are
says, for
sheep.
real.
The
People
no,
are
people are
sheep.
sheep.
For real.
If one person says you're ugly, other people will. I'm telling you.
No,
Everybody
guys,
believes
deep it. When Miz or Max started saying chocolate darling,
Yeah.
is that not when we started getting compliments? That's when we
Oh my
started
gosh,
getting
you're looking kinda
compliments.
sweet
That's
still,
when people call
chocolate.
it went from blick to chocolate darling to chocolate darling. That's when you had.
Bro, I'm telling
Nah.
you, if a celebrity like brown skin girl, Beyonce, do you know how much of an impact that had on females? I'm saying, wow, this had an impact, bro. Because Beyonce says it. If Beyonce says it, everyone's gonna start saying it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like celebrities have a big part to play. So it's good that we have people like Lupita Nyong'o or Naomi Campbell, like that are dark, that can kind of rep. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100.
Because now they're definitely more seen as more beautiful. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever modeled before. I've never, but like, if you had like white makeup artists, have they ever like done your makeup really bad? Have you
Yeah.
ever experienced that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so
Yeah.
bad.
Is
It
it?
was so bad. And then obviously, because I'm dark, they just always think, oh, I have to put a bright colour on you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. So I'll just be putting bright pink lipstick
Yeah.
on.
Wow.
Like, the ugliest of shades that don't even match, you wouldn't put on yourself just
Is
because
it?
I'm dark and bright colours are for dark skinned people.
Wow.
Just,
And I also saw a tweet as well in regards to this about wearing wigs and stuff. Do you guys think wearing wigs is a form of self-hate? I don't think it is necessarily.
Absolutely not.
it's a form of
think-
self-love.
Absolutely not.
It's a form of self-love.
No, for real, because who has time to be like looking after their natural hair every day? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But like
tiring.
when you wear your hair out, people start touching your hair. Oh, or like let's say you're dark skin and like you have softer hair. People will be shocked, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, your hair's actually soft, you know. I didn't expect it to be that soft or curly. Do you know what I mean? Like, or like when they meet you, like, oh, you're actually quite nice. I didn't think you'd be that nice. That's rude.
It's true, you know. A lot of people always think that I'm so rude.
Is it? Wait,
don't.
who usually says that? Is it usually males or like females?
Males, females.
Is it?
All the time. They just straight away think that I'm rude.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that because of the whole
Yeah.
stereotype?
Yeah,
I
do you know
don't
what I mean? The
know.
stereotype is mad. Like, back to, like, as I said, footballers and rappers. I haven't seen a footballer with a dark... there's definitely one out there, definitely. I've never seen a footballer
But they're
with
not
a dark
like on the
skin
top of
girlfriend.
the football
Yeah,
scale. That makes sense.
it's true. I
All
get
the
what you
successful
mean.
ones.
Let's be
they're-
real, like, Marcus Rashford, that's why his girl's, like, Caucasian or, like... I don't even know many other footballers, wow.
I don't know too much. Either.
Yeah, I actually don't know. Or, like, rappers. I think the only rapper I know has a dark-skinned girlfriend is Young Blue. That's the only one I can think of. Chris Brown, all his girls are light-skinned.
Yeah.
Who else? Just a bunch of them. Do you know what I mean? Or like Kanye West, he just likes white women. Like, it's, do you know what I mean? And I feel like in primary school it's hard because the top singers, Beyonce, Rihanna, and Nicki Minaj, they weren't even dark.
Yeah, they weren't.
They weren't dark. So you didn't really have much to look up to. Do you know what I mean? Do you guys feel like gender has like a... I don't have to explain, but you know how like dark-skinned women, they're looked down upon, but dark-skinned men are like seen as more masculine. I want a dark-skinned male. He can protect me. He's tough. Whereas a light-skinned male was there like seen as more feminine. Do you guys agree with that and stuff?
I don't agree.
Well, like not
with that.
agree, but like just like it's the double standards. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
100%. But does that mean just because male like dark skins are more masculine, like dark skinned females are more masculine?
Yeah,
as well?
yeah, do you know, yeah, exactly. That's why men don't usually go for dark skinned women because they're a lot or like they're strong or like, do you know what I mean? I don't know. It's really.
But they made us like this.
Yeah.
We had to be
Yeah,
like
had
this.
to.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before I used to be very, very weak. Now I'm formed in a confident, self-loving bubble because
They're more masculine and they're more like, I don't know how to explain it, but like dark skinned men, they just seem as more strong, more like, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
No, I do hear you.
Yeah. Do you guys feel like you're more proud to be dark skinned now? Or?
Definitely.
100%.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be like, I'm dark brown.
Really?
I used to tell people, I used to be like, I'm not dark skin, I'm dark brown.
No.
That in itself, honey, like that in itself was already a form of self-hate, do you know what I mean? But at the time, being dark skin wasn't cool, do you know what I mean? Like if you said to a boy or like, oh, I'm dark skin, I don't know how to explain it, but it was kind of like push them away from me, I don't know how to explain it. But a lot of young girls do not like own it, do you know what I mean?
No, deep it like Movie Star Planet. Do you think
I
I had a dark skin? I was white.
Do you think I had a dark
light.
skin model on my thing? No.
I was
what was that
light as
thing?
hell.
Stardoll. Was it Stardoll?
Yeah, Stardoll.
All my Sims, no, I'm not gonna lie, my Sims quite dark. I like no, but everything else lighter skin. When I was young, everything light skin.
Me, I never even touched brown skin.
No,
I was
just
light. I was living my
literally
living my dream.
like, no. This girl said I was living my dream.
living my dream. That was my dream.
To be light skin.
My dream was to bleach. Like
Yes.
I wanted to
I
bleach
wanted to
so
bleach so
bad.
No, but
you guys don't understand. Like, it
why?
got so bad. I don't know what. This is a bit personal, but
Yeah.
like. It got to a point when I would sit down
Yeah.
and get a ruler and scrape
Is
my
it?
arms.
Oh
Really?
my
Like, I
gosh.
don't know why. I just thought that, you know,
Yeah.
it's going to change my colour or something.
Wow.
Like, I was desperate. Because I asked my
Wow.
parents to buy it for me. They're like, no.
Yes, I asked my mum and she cussed me out.
it?
And then after she
Aw.
sat me down, she was just like, "You need to love your skin."
Yeah.
Just
My mum
talk-
always said that to me.
Yeah, but then it's like the way I saw it is like you're my mum, though. You have to.
Yeah,
say
you
that.
have to
You
say
have
that.
to
So
say
I never, I
You
just
have to
never
say
listened
that,
to
do you know
her.
what I mean? And I feel like it comes like, I feel like your mum's probably, if your mum, my mum's, I know my mum definitely when she was younger, she was insecure as well. So she doesn't want to project that onto me. So she tells me, oh, you're beautiful no matter what, blah, blah. Like, even as a black woman, you're going to give birth to a black child anyway. Do you know what I mean? Whether you marry like someone like white or black, your child's going to have black in them. So you need to teach them to love themselves whenever. Because I feel like a lot of kids that are mixed, they do tend to be confused sometimes. Like, there are some mixed race people that have said, you know, like, some people they'll lean more to their whiter side or their black side. So it's good to like have a taste of both. But no, like bleaching, like was it? I always knew that's not something I wanted to do. I knew I didn't want to be in the sun and tan. I knew I didn't want to be in the sun, like defo. But like,
I wanted to bleach so bad. Even you know that like lightening cream.
Carolite.
It wasn't bleach. It was just like lightening cream. Yeah. Because my mum used to have dark knuckles. She never bleached or anything, but she just had dark knuckles. Yeah. So then one day I just put it on my like nose area, and I kind of noticed that it was starting to get light. I was like, oh my god.
But you guys don't realize you can't win, because even if you did bleach, people will be like, oh, she's bleaching.
She's bleached.
Yeah.
Oh, 100. Like it doesn't. And the thing is, you just can't win if you don't love. And the thing is, I feel like you need to love yourself, because if you don't, people can kind of sense that. Because when I didn't love myself, I attracted people that obviously knew I didn't love myself, so they were like take advantage of the fact that if she don't love herself, I'll just give her whatever, because she'll take it. Do you know what I mean? So like, it's actually good to just love yourself regardless. Because I know like in secondary school, I think secondary school is that era where you just don't know. Like there's so many pretty girls out there. The prettiest girls are light skins. The popular girls are like lighter or brown skin. The dark skin girls aren't really like picked. But do you know what I mean? Don't really think about it too much. You know what I mean? But bleaching, I don't think like you know, but what made you guys crack out that moment and be like, nah, I'm gonna be how I am? Like, do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? I don't really know. Like, I just got to a random stage where I was just like, I don't care anymore. Yeah. Like, I can't. That's why I can't really give people advice, because it's not even like I went through certain steps. It was just like one day I was like, I'm actually so tired of being sad. Yeah. And I think I'm pretty. Like, I genuinely thought I was so pretty. So I was like, what are these people actually talking about? Like.
No, for me, I started like when people started saying chocolate darling and stuff. I was like, you people switch up so quickly. Yeah.
At this point,
and
like,
that's when I realized, there's no people point. Are just sheep. Like,
I
can't believe I actually like almost bleached for you guys.
You guys, I wanted to be accepted, but now you guys are accepting me anyway because two people are saying chocolate darling. Like, how dare you?
I'm telling you, bro. If Queen Elizabeth now says black, like dark skinned women are beautiful. Do you know that's it? Everyone's gonna start saying, yes, we love black, like, bro. For me, it was just like, I just realized. I just realized, you know, BLM, you know, like I think I'm pretty, you know? So why should I believe you guys if you guys don't think I'm pretty? Do you know what I mean? I actually believed you guys. Like, y'all.
Yeah. Because they were calling me black and stuff. I genuinely thought I was ugly. Like,
same.
So when I look back at my throwback pictures, I would expect to see me looking ugly.
Oh my gosh. I look back at my friends, I think you was actually pretty. So what the heck? Like, what are you talking about? Do you know what I mean?
Maybe for you guys. Maybe for you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I did look at some things and I was like, okay, I need to change up my hair, my clothes.
But it wasn't
like,
because of my
your face
tone,
yourself. Your face.
But it wasn't because of my.
Was
but for me, it wasn't because of my skin tone. I was just like, if I looked bad, it's because of my hair or like my outfit. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it was never your actual face.
It was never your actual face. Like, if you actually look at your features, like you guys have nice, like look at like you guys are really pretty. Like nice nose, nice lips, nice teeth. Like you guys like nice. You guys have nice smiles as well. So like when you guys look back, like you have the features. Maybe the hair and the clothes and all that wasn't there. Maybe the hair and the shoe game wasn't there, but still. And on top of that, when people are saying to you, "Oh, you know, you're not pretty," or do you know what I mean, or like 5 out, do you know ratings 3 out of 10?
Oh my god, ratings! Ooh, I will never partake.
I will never.
Pop out for a
ratings. Nah. Why would to be honest, literally, so you can grill me. So you can actually grill me. And do you know when I used to feel so awkward? Do you guys go on these holidays with your families? Them caravan holidays, or like them resorts? Like what's it called?
Like Butlins.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then you'll see like a bunch of white families, and then you're just walking, and you're just the odd one out.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I never really felt that much sense because I actually grew up in a predominantly white area.
Is it?
And I never experienced one single form of racism.
Is it?
Oh. Never. Until I moved to London.
Is it?
That is when I experienced racism.
From your own people or like...
Yes, from my own people.
It's actually mad. Like, why do you think that is though? Like, so when you came to London, black people were racist to you?
Yeah, like,
or colorist?
Yeah, well, colorist, yeah. And
what
I was so shocked because I was thinking, damn, I didn't even know I was dark skin. I swear. Yeah. I did not even know there was a thing dark skin, light skin, brown skin. When I came, it was a thing.
Wow. And I feel like that's sad because if this doesn't end now, it's gonna continue. And it's gonna become not worse, but like it's gonna be it's never gonna end. Do you know what I mean? It's gonna be normalized for dark skins to not be beautiful. The only reason why I think it's being accepted now is because there's more Muslimac chocolate darlings or like brown skin girl. It's because celebrities are kind of enforcing it. Do you know what I mean? Like Black Lives Matter, but let's be real. A lot of black people are anti-black.
Yes,
a lot of black people are anti-black.
Too many.
A lot of black, like literally, like it's actually crazy.
That's why black people in general, we can never be great.
No, we can never
be great.
Can never be great.
How no? Can we win? How can we win?
We can't.
You
unless
can't.
Everybody comes together.
Yeah.
Literally, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But I feel like it can happen if the small steps. You know what I mean? Like someone might watch this and think, oh my gosh, like, I actually like. I want to love myself. Do you know what I mean? Someone, like, even if it's not like 3 or 4 girls, at least one person will be like, do you know what? I look in the mirror, I don't like how I look, but you know, from this day, I'm going to start appreciating being dark skinned. I think it's cool. I think it's nice to stand out and be different. Do you know what I mean?
100.
I think it's cool. But like, back to what I was saying, walking in the resorts and there's like white families and you're just getting stared at. There's a movie, what is it? Us or Get Out? There's a movie where like, there's a family and they're black and they move in.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know, but like, it just felt weird and eerie. You're just walking through an area and there's just like a lot of white people looking at you and like they're interested. They want to be because you're different, or like, oh, is that your real hair? You know it's not my real hair.
Like, you know.
You know. Or when you have expressions, you're like, you know, do you guys ever used to lie? And be like, yeah.
Yeah.
All the time, when I was in my predominantly white school, and I'll come with my pink braids sometimes, my gold braids. Yeah, my mum dyed my hair.
Oh, for real, did they believe you?
They believed everything. I could get away with anything.
Is it? Yeah. Oh my gosh. I never lied. I knew that. I just felt like they knew. They would know.
No, with me, I used to do a slick and put some kinky twist on it
to
make it look a bit more big. And then people will be like, oh, is that your real hair? Yeah.
Oh, like, no, it's actually, the racism in London is mad. Like, because you're not the first person. A lot of people that I know that live in white areas, they even said they did not know any racism back there. Like, they were nice, like, you know, hello, good morning. Like, they would be nice to you. They wouldn't run away from you, like, act like, you know, you're ghetto or hood. But do you feel like we put these stereotypes upon ourselves sometimes? I feel like, I don't know.
No, not really.
Not really.
Because every other race, like, you will always find people that act black in every other race.
Do you know what I mean?
So why is it with us
like,
that it
with
sticks
the
with
angry
us?
black woman, I feel like if you piss any woman off, they're going to be angry. So why is it like, when it comes to black women, oh...
You want us to be calm.
Literally, like, girls of different race fight as well. In America, like, girls from different Hispanic, white, black, they fight, they throw hands as well. So why is it just black women that have to be,
very, very true.
like, called out? Do you know what I mean? Or, like, they're more aggressive, or, like, maybe because their wigs don't get pulled off, but wigs get pulled off. I don't know, do you know what I mean? But, like, it's kind of, I don't know. It's sad, but, like, I guess it's just something we have to live with, I guess. Or
I kind of understand it to a certain extent. I'm not going to lie.
Wait, understand
only,
what?
Like the whole aggressive stereotypes and whatever. Because, as I said before, we had to be like this. Like, we've been trained to have our guard
It goes
up.
to what I'll say. The way black people act and stuff, it's not necessarily our fault, do you know what I mean? The backgrounds we've come from, and a lot of females have grown up in homes where, like, abuse happens, and they've had, a lot of black women and boys have had to defend their mums from abuse, or defend their family from a lot of things. So the trauma they have going on at home, they bring it. And people don't actually ever think, like, do you know what, instead of being rude, like, why are they okay? Yeah, do you know what I mean? Why? Instead of, like, being, oh, you're angry, like, ask why. Or, like, are you okay? I feel like why goes such a long way. And some people, I'm not gonna lie, not everyone will tell you why, but some people will actually open up and say why, do you know what I mean? But a lot of people are not heard, like, especially in schools. Like, let's say there's a girl that gets a lot of fights in school. You don't know why she's getting into fights. Maybe at home she's going through a lot, so when she comes to school, she's taking out her anger on other people. Do you know what I mean? But people are so fast to assume, oh, she's rude, she's angry, she's aggressive. That girl could be going through it a lot. That girl might be getting beaten at home by her stepdad or something. You don't know.
And with other races, like, with white people, they actually they make sure that they consider like their background information all the time. Whenever you hear like a white person has done this, a white person has done that, oh, but mental health, oh, but this,
literally,
but that, like,
literally.
But with black people, they choose to ignore it. Like, they choose to ignore it.
Literally, or you're rude to me, something like, do you know what I mean? Like, oh, she's rude, or she's aggressive, but you don't know why. If you watch a lot of these American movies and, like, a lot of the students, they come to school and they're angry, then you look into their background and they show how at home there's drug activity going on, their brother's been locked up, their mum's being abused, then it makes sense. But no one cares, you know what I mean? So I don't think people put enough work in London to find out. Like, in school, did you guys have, like, social workers, like, women to, like...
What, secondary school?
Yeah, I don't think we had one. Did we have one?
No.
Did your school have, like, social workers, anyone to, like,
yeah,
speak
we had,
to
like,
you?
a chaplain, so, like, she, like, a counsellor. I did actually speak to her a lot, though.
Oh, is it? Did she help out in any way?
To be honest, I feel like it couldn't really be helped.
Yeah.
Because it's not like she could tell every single person to stop talking.
Yeah.
Like, all she could just tell me was to learn to love myself.
Yeah. Did you ever defend yourself when these people would say these things to you? You did?
On my I moved secondary school, so I think like my first week or my second week, someone must have said that I looked like a charcoal or something like that.
Wow.
Something. And the thing is, I heard him say it before, but I wasn't too sure it was him, so I was like, cool, when I catch this boy, now, cool down. He said it again. I just turned around and I slapped the boy.
Oh, wow.
I just slapped him.
Wow.
No, but like...
I'm so sorry. Yes.
I do not agree with violence, guys.
But at the time, it was like, now nobody's going to say anything. But at the end of the day, now when I look back at it, it's like... really needed.
Yeah.
Like, as much as it hurt me, now I've just slapped him.
Yeah.
I'm
now
he's into the stereotype again. And
angry.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm now looking like this.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I like to avoid fights and all that stuff, because I'm not going to lie, the more fights you get, you feed into the stereotype. That's why I feel like, as you said, I don't know if we can win. Because
no, we can't.
I don't think we can win, because if we're going to keep fighting, we're going to keep defending ourselves. People are going to be like, oh my gosh, you're rude, you're scary, this and that. But what can we do? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. What can we do? If you speak quietly, be like, oh, please stop, you're going to get ignored. Like, you can't win. Do you know what I mean?
If you're arguing with them, they're still going to rebuttal, like, what's left?
There's actually only so much a person can take.
Yeah. How did you defend yourself? I swear you said that.
I didn't defend myself.
Oh.
I didn't. I just acted like I didn't care. Like, okay, yeah, whatever. And then I'll go cry in the toilet.
You didn't throw in, your mum's fat thing.
No, I never said anything, because I knew if I said something, like, you know when you start speaking and then your voice starts cracking?
Yeah.
That would have been me. That would have been me, and then you would just see tears rolling, and everyone would be like, oh, I'm not crying. Like, if you ask my primary school friends, they would have thought, like, I never cared about it. But that was
defo.
That was the main thing.
I'm telling you, being skinny and dark skin was not it, because people were actually like, oh my gosh, I can throw you, oh my gosh, I can break you.
I can break you. Oh.
I can break you. You're like, yeah, okay, whatever. Okay. But okay. You thought you ate. Okay. Literally. But no, it's actually... I don't know. What do you guys think we could, like... What do you think the small things that... What are the small things that you think we can do to, like... You can't stop it, but, like, minimize it. Or, like, make it...
Because even acting like you don't care...
That was terrible.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, because it's so hard. It's built into society so much.
Yeah.
That I don't know if it's ever going to stop.
Yeah, it's true. Do you think...
There's no advice that I can give that's like, do this. You just have to somehow build up your self-love.
You just have to. I feel like in this life, you have to love it. If you don't love yourself, I'm telling you, you actually suffer.
Especially as a dark skin.
I'm telling you, being black is hard enough. I'm not going to even, as though we say dark skin, even light skin women, if you're black, you're already is hard enough. Yeah. So being on the shorter end of the stick of like being dark skin already, that is extra hard. If you don't like how you look, if you don't like being dark, I'm not going to lie, it's going to be very hard. It's actually going to be hard. Like, you're going to have to look in the mirror and actually be like, I'm dark. Like, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
You have to accept it.
Yeah.
Life is what it is. Like,
if you bleach, people will get like, if anyone's thinking like, if you bleach, they're going to say you're bleaching. If you don't bleach, they're going to say like, you can't win. You actually can't win. Yeah.
You know how you guys said that like ways to help? Do you feel like schools could contribute to helping this whole...
Yeah, I definitely... I actually do. Yeah. I do think, like, Barbie dolls, making like the dark, like there's different shades of Barbie, like let's say like making darker skinned Barbie dolls
available.
Yeah, like more, because there's actually not enough. Or like when you're doing like, like how there's presentations and they have like drawings of people and they're usually white. Draw a dark skinned person or like a black person. Small things like that gets you like adjusted. So like, oh, it's not just white people in the world. Like, there's actually dark-skinned women as well, or dark-skinned men as well.
And it's normal.
Yeah, it's normal. Because you'd be surprised. There's a lot of people that actually don't think it's normal when they see, like... You said you want to go to Japan, innit? I'm telling you, there will be one person that's like, oh, I've never seen this before. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've never actually seen someone that's dark-skinned before. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I feel like if you incorporate it into more, like, even, like, games, having, like, darker skin, like, avatars. What else? There's a lot. Like... music videos, having darker skinned women. A lot of video vixens or models.
They are starting to do that.
They're starting, low key. Even the straight out of Compton, I read something, and the casting, they put them into categories, and they'll be like A girls, B girls, C girls, D girls, D being the lowest, and apparently the darker skinned girls would be in that shit, in that category.
Surprise,
you can read it in that thing that I just said, It's crazy, do you know what I mean? So I feel like incorporating more like dark skinned, like, there's more actresses, more music videos,
more influencers. Because there's not a lot.
There's not a lot. I'm not gonna lie. We know the majority.
And if they are, they're not at the top.
They're never at the top.
Well, they're never at the top. We all. If I said name 3 influencers right now, you'd probably name light skinned women. You would probably name light skinned women. I think the only one I can think of right now is Eva. And I think that's really good of her, because she may not realize it, but like her being dark skinned herself is like, oh wow, like, you know, there's a dark. I can be an influencer too because she's dark. Do you know what I mean? It may take a longer while because we're just simply not appreciated, but it will get there. Do you know what I mean? But I think definitely in schools, what else? There's a lot like dolls, definitely books. You guys know
social media more.
Yeah, when you go to the shops, you see them like models on the screen, like when you go to like H&M and stuff, like like that. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what the people do? I realized they just throw one black person for diversity. They'll be like 5 white people.
The complimentary black person.
One black person to say, yeah, we're diverse. Do you know what I mean? Or like
that's Love Island. That's Love Island.
Oh my gosh, Love Island. Love Island does that all the time. There will be like 5 white guys. 5 white women, 1 black guy, 1 black, and then they'll expect a black woman and a black guy to be together. Because they're black.
And it's a dark skinned girl if we're lucky. If we're lucky.
That's why, oh my gosh, people like, was it her name Kaz or Taz?
Yeah, Kaz.
Like she I think she even went through it as well. Like just simply be like, people will just be calling her names like, what? Like there's no need. I feel like even like there was even like they would throw light skins there, but because you're light, you're closer to white. So you won't really be, you know, pointed out. But things like Love Island, personally, I can't go on that. Because I know that I'll be the only black girl and they'll point me out, oh yeah, this and that. No one wants to pick her. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for her. And I don't want that pity party for me, I'll be real. Like,
and do you even remember the way people, were reacting over her wearing a bonnet?
Yeah, call it a chef hat.
A chef hat.
Like, come on.
And the thing is, they thought they ate again because they know it's not a chef hat. Do you wear that when you know? You know, like, they knew. They know. People know this stuff. They just do it for bands. Like, Twitter is so toxic because they know. Like, even the last black girl that was on Love Island, she was beautiful. And people were like, oh my gosh, no one's picking her.
Summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Yeah. She's at the words can't describe how beautiful she is, but people are like, oh, no one's picking her. She's black. Already she had the short end of the stick. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, it's good for publicity, but in terms of finding love, I don't know. I don't know.
That's not
it's not for us.
It's not for black women. I'm not gonna lie.
If you want to go there for fun, for vibes, free holiday,
yeah. But like things like Love Island, things like there's a lot of shows, you know, a lot of dating shows. Like X Factor had a few black women here and there. Yeah. Or like what else? I don't know. But they're starting again. Have you guys watched Love Is Blind?
Haven't you know?
I only watched the first season.
There was one black woman, she married a white guy, and that's actually genuine. Like, but yeah, like, I can't really...
I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Cameron, and I forgot her name now.
They're so cute. But like, you're so like, Love Island's such a good point. Like, we just need to add more black people in like just don't throw in one person and call it diversity. Don't do a test grad.
Let's make our own show.
Yeah.
Why do we have to rely on these people?
No. Do you have a question?
You know how like for example, there's some shows with like black people. Do you feel like they represent the wrong things? Because for example, like Love and Hip Hop, Bad Girls Club, a lot of the time it's like
Bad Girls Club.
It's reinforcing the stereotype.
Bad Girls Club, Love and Hip Hop. You're not helping.
Yeah.
You're not helping us. You're not helping us here. Like you're not like what? Someone calls you a bitch, you're gonna throw a couple like you're just. This is the reason why they call us angry. Like you know what I mean? I feel like there needs to be more like what are good shows that are like not aggressive, like that are like a black version of EastEnders. Or do you know what I mean? Like small things like that, or like I don't know, but just more of that. Because even things like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I don't think that's enough because every time My Wife and Kids, there was the dark sister. Next season, there's the light skinned sister.
I was so confused about that, and it will always happen.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Aunt Viv is suddenly dark skinned. She's now light skinned. Yeah. So they're not even helping either. Do you know what I mean? It's like even the producers know.
The dark skinned Aunt Viv, she got taken off because Will Smith was like how she was rude or whatever.
Like, but do you know what I mean? She probably like. There's always two sides. I'm not like even if these people were rude, I feel like there's two sides to a story. Do you know what I mean? Like. If they were rude, it came first, but like you need to hear, and we never hear the other side. So things like TV, it doesn't help. You see that one that what's it called? Her name Chloe Mbaye for kids is light skin. I don't know if that's her name. Then she's dark skin. Then she's light skin. You're thinking, why did they change her? So they're not helping at all. So I feel like if they put more darker skinned women, even like Disney Channel, I don't remember seeing dark skinned women. Zendaya, I mean, shake it up. Zendaya was light skin. Hannah Montana, she's white. That's a Raven. Let's be real, she's like brown skin. Do you know what I mean? Like you didn't really see dark skinned women. Ever. Or like even cartoons, you didn't really see dark skin. I feel like the only time you saw dark skinned people on TV was when they were taking the mic, like blackface. That's when you will see black.
That's so true.
I actually don't think I've seen like a lot of dark skinned people.
Well, they'll make them really ugly.
Yeah.
They'll overemphasize.
Yeah.
The
lips, the nose.
Yeah, defo. Or like when you watch movies like, I don't know, like The Color Purple. Have you watched it? There's a lot of movies where they just make the black person look more like scruffy or like, you know, the ghetto. Do you know what I mean? And it's not cool. I feel like they should start like adding more
100%.
and like allowing us to be more presented in a like more beautiful light. Because if you're gonna put a scruffy like dark skinned person, of course people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, they're not attractive, blah blah. So like I feel like people like Lupita Nyong'o, like she's really helped in like terms of stuff like that.
100.
Or who else? I can't even think of like dark skinned actresses like that. Like when I say dark skin, I mean dark skin. I actually can't.
I can't think of them off the top of your head, but anybody else is like.
Yeah, and even if society says they're beautiful, there's always gonna be that few people like, oh no, she's ugly, blah blah. Even shows like Euphoria, was there a dark skinned person in that? No. I'm saying like you just add more. Even if it's like two people, like just start allowing people to know like, hey, there are dark skin. There's different shades of black. You know, they exist as well. Do you know what I mean? And people will actually take it in, like especially kids. Like kids take in anything like sponges.
Yeah.
If you give a child a dark skinned Barbie, I saw a TikTok. This child had a dark skinned Barbie that she was walking down. She saw a dark skinned woman and she stopped and she smiled at her because she said. She looked like the doll. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Kids take anything in. So I feel like stuff like that. Just do you guys have any other ideas as well? I'm running out, but I think it doesn't change. Yeah.
I wanted to add something. You know how, like, for example, when they make black women or like black people the main characters, usually if it's the main character in a movie or stuff, it's usually a black man. And if it is a black woman, it's not necessarily in the best way that we're represented.
Is it like Tasha?
Like chewing gum. Oh yeah,
Tracy.
Chewing gum. She was very much. If you saw her character, it was very much humiliating.
Yeah.
Ugly,
that is so true.
And then I'm so happy that she flipped it around.
Yes.
Series on BBC Three about the whole,
I think it was like
sexual abuse.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. That's so true. Like when like chewing gum is a perfect example because Tracy, let's be real, she was just silly. Her hair was dumb. She didn't read, and her bestie was light skin. Her bestie was literally light skin. So people always had the attention on the bestie, thinking, "Oh, she's pretty," and all of that stuff. Yeah. But like, do you know what I mean? Even the Top Boy, I think the Top Boy have dark skinned females.
Yeah,
they did. Yeah,
I swear it was one.
Who? I'm trying to think.
The Shane's
oh yeah,
girlfriend.
sorry, I'm so slow. Yeah, but small things like that is help. Do you know what I mean? But more. Do you know what I mean? Like let's have more dark-skinned women in the show.
And we need to make our own shows. Like, we need to do it ourselves.
No fighting.
Let's not rely on the white man. Let's not rely on the white man.
No fighting. Like, let's actually have shows where we're involved, do you know what I mean? And it's positive, do you know what I mean?
Not
but like,
so negative all the time.
And the thing is, have you guys realised that black men are in all these shows? Like, there's a lot of black men in the shows because I said men are superior, patriarchy. Men always, even a dark-skinned man, he's fine. So men are in these things. So let's have more dark-skinned women being the main character, not being humiliating. Like, for example, I don't know, what's the opposite of chewing gum? There's like shows where like there can be main characters that are dark-skinned and it makes sense. I want to explain, they're not humiliating. I'll cut this out because it doesn't make sense. But
I should have thought about this before.
Yeah.
The fact that we can't even think of it.
It just shows.
I can't, like, I'm here struggling to think about these things. I can't because we're not put out there enough. Do you know what I mean? We're actually not. If a girl came and she wanted encouragement, what would you say to her?
I'd say you just have to forget everything.
Yeah.
You have to actually forget everything and remember that this is your life. You are the main character.
Yeah.
It's your life. Control of your feelings. As hard as it's easy for me to say it out now, but you have to keep repeating these stuff in your head and it will actually click. Like, it will actually click.
I feel like beauty is within the eye of the beholder. So either way, if guys are saying you're ugly, you're dead, or this or that, someone out there's gonna see you
100.
and say, "No, I want her."
Like,
wow. Someone's gonna be like that. Someone's out there's gonna be like, "Wow." Someone will kiss. Do you know the floor you walk on? Someone out there will literally lick that floor that you walk on. I'm not even joking. Like,
no, but it's true.
So like, don't like guys. I'm not gonna lie. In secondary school, it's kind of hard to ignore it because you're new to this stuff, especially when you have any older siblings or anything. You're new to this stuff. So like when people are cussing you or saying you're a 3 out of 10, it's easy to believe because you don't even know. That's why it's good to like know yourself and actually like tell yourself, I am beautiful, I am this and that. Because if you don't, no one will, from experience, if you don't love yourself, people will actually know, and then you'll meet people that take advantage. Like that's why I feel like a lot of like toxic relationships, they do, even though like it's a trend, toxic relationships, I feel like it does also come to the fact that the woman or man doesn't love themselves. So because they're in something where they feel so loved, even though it's so bad, they do remember, they think about that time when they were loved so much, they just stay because they didn't have enough. You can't ever have too much love for yourself, do you know what I mean? But when you love yourself to that full capacity, you just won't have it. And I think even me, like, I'm not at that stage yet, but like, I will get there where I'm like at the point where like, no, I do love myself. That sounded wrong. I do. But like, you know, like, let's say all of us, if we're in a relationship and he does cheat, it's not as easy to just pick up your things and go. Because you remember that time where you felt so loved and you think, oh my gosh, where will I find this love again? But if you loved yourself to like the full capacity,
any red flag,
you're out. So I feel like collectively as women, we need to do that because yes, you can love yourself, but I'm not gonna, I've seen women that don't care. I've seen women that if they get cheated on, they're out. Like no joke, like they're out.
And I want to be like them.
I want to be like them because you don't know how much it takes. Like when you remember when that man or like woman loved you so much and then they just stop. You're not going to think about the bad times necessarily. You're going to still think about the good times. But if you love yourself, you just think, you know, I can do this for myself. So, you know what I mean? So I think love yourself to like the point of no return. Yeah. And like, don't listen to society. It's going to change. It's actually going to change. Maybe one day, all these things I was saying, like black Barbies, black TV shows, all this stuff, maybe it will actually happen. So at this point, don't like sweat it. What would you say?
The people that are like mocking you and stuff. Yeah. Do you think they're gonna matter in 10 years time? Even in 2 years time, are they actually gonna matter? No.
Even if you're an adult watching this and you've been mocked, ask yourself, like, do they play a part in my life? Do you know, where are they now? Because I don't speak to anyone that mocked me now. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And when you do make it, there'll be the same people saying, oh my gosh, this and that, like, I can't believe it, blah, blah. So just focus on yourself. Like now, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of them are bums. Like, comes in many ways. It does come in many ways. That's why be a good person. I'm not perfect, and I've definitely had my fair share of being a bad person. But try be a good person to the best of your ability because it will pay you back. Do you know what I mean?
And if you have something bad to say, just please keep it
to yourself.
It's easier to keep it in.
It's easier to yourself. We're all human. Not gonna lie, we might see someone and think, oh my gosh, they're this, they're that. But
why must you open your mouth and say that?
And then the thing is, you know they won't say anything back. Majority of the time, you know, like, she's not gonna slap me. She's not gonna come for me. But you don't know how much you've hurt her. Like, you don't know how much of a good day that person's having, and then you've just ruined it by saying.
Like, you don't know that person's limit.
Literally,
you don't know that person's limit.
You don't know. You don't know that.
That exactly. That could have been the last straw.
Like, literally, that could have been her 30th reason. You don't know if that girl was racially attacked last week, and now you've said that. Like, you don't know. So even if you do have something bad to say, just don't say it. Do you know what I mean? We're human. We think things, you know? It's no one's saying don't think things. We think things.
Just keep it to yourself.
But like keep it to yourself because you don't know that if you say that girl's gonna go home and take that pill and kill herself. Or like hang as a trigger warning, sorry.
Or bleach.
Or bleach. Or like do something really, really bad. When I look at people like Lil Kim, like, oh my gosh, it's so upsetting to me.
That's very sad.
It's so heartbreaking to me because she doesn't realise how beautiful she was. Yeah. And now she's like a different, like 5 shades lighter.
She looks completely different.
She looks completely different. And she doesn't look any better. Do you know what I mean? She doesn't look better. She looked way prettier when she was dark. People don't realise it. I mean, beauty is within the eye of the beholder, but I feel like you need to love yourself how you are. Do you know what I mean? That's how, when you die and leave the earth, and let's say you do believe in an afterlife, you're not going to take the bleach with you. You're not going to take everything with you. You're going to go, I believe in your natural form. I don't know how other people believe it.
I believe it's just your soul.
Your soul. That's true. Soul. That's actually just your soul. But like, your soul, good point, your soul doesn't have colour. Your soul doesn't have light skin or dark skin.
Yeah, these things don't matter. These things actually don't matter.
At the end of the day, if you're a bad person, like, do you know what I mean? Or like, for someone with no good intentions, then being certain shades can't really save you. If you're a night, like, it's actually your soul. Like, your soul doesn't have curly hair or straight hair. Your soul doesn't have big lips or small lips or big nose or small. It doesn't. So like, don't stress it. Like, really, like, don't.
Also, looking at the religious side, God created you. Like, God said, this is how I'm going to make Faith. Like,
literally.
I'm going to give her this skin shade, this nose type. And he said, like, you're perfect. Literally. I love the way you look.
Like,
so,
obviously, even if you, like, don't believe in God, you was created in some form. And whatever created you, or whoever created you, I believe in God, took time. No one rushed you. Do you think it's quick to just make eyes, nose, a specific shape? Like, your eyebrows may be thicker than mine, or, like, a certain level, a few more hairs than mine. Like, God took time to count every single hair on your body.
Who are you to now come and talk about God's creation?
Literally, so who are you to come and now say you're ugly, you know?
No.
Oh, like, do you know what I mean? Like, what? No. But you need to be strong enough to... It's easy to believe these things, though. So you have to be strong and, like, really really believe that you are it. So then no matter what anyone says, like, if some people cuss me, I'll just be like, okay, Ed. Like, Ed, blocker. Ed, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of the things... Like, a lot of the reasons why younger, dark-skinned girls feel the type of way they do is because they seek a lot of male validation.
It's so true.
Girls, I'm going to be so real with you. Boys do not matter. Like, everybody says it, but they do not matter.
They don't.
Like,
they don't.
You think you're carrying your secondary school boyfriend to marriage? Let me tell you how many you are now.
Let me tell you.
And even if you do, you're going to be jumping through hoops back and forth to make the relationship
You're going to have to be a rider. Yes, let me tell you that for free.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. You're too young. You're too young. Like, for real, like, male validation has definitely played a part into my insecurity, other people's insecurity, because if a male, like, let's be real, like, males in general have the upper hand. So if a man says you're ugly, like, I feel like all of this is even stemmed from a white man just saying blonde hair and blue eyes is beautiful, so everyone's ran with it. Do you know what I mean? So men do have a lot of power, but as females, I'm sorry, we have to come together and stop this somehow.
Yeah.
Like, we have to come together and just be like, no. Like, black is beautiful, being dark skin is beautiful, being brown skin is beautiful, and no matter what you say, it's not going to change anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, guys in school, they really feel like they eat or they ate by saying, oh, this and that, oh, you're ugly, or you're leng, but you're skinny, or do you know what I mean? Or like,
but you're dark skin.
Like, literally, even having a big bum or big breasts, like, I used to want to take a petamin. Thankfully I didn't, but I used to want to take that.
You did?
I took it. Oh, how, like,
it was shit. I'm so sorry, but it was shit. I can't say, like, oh, I grew up.
I'm not gonna lie, like, I used to be really skinny to the point where I used to want to take it. I told my mum, please buy it for me. She used to be like, no, you don't know what's in it, blah, blah. And thankfully I did. Like, I've heard horror stories.
A girl even did a documentary on it.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard, and all because...
I was very shocked when I saw it. I was like...
Literally, all because guys like big bums and big breasts. All because of that. And at the end of the day, these guys, they don't even care anyway.
Like they'll still cheat on the same girls with big bum and big breasts. Don't think you're
even this TikTok trend about, what's it called? Are you worried that he will cheat? Then he put a picture and then they're like, no. It doesn't even matter how you look. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're dark, light, black, white, red, yellow.
Girls will be males.
Boys will be boys, girls will be girls. So don't, the whole thing of male validation, just scrap it, because you even, like, if you're like 15 now, you'll be 18, 19 and think, why did I care about that boy so much? Why did I care? Why did I care? Like, what's he doing with his life now? Do you know what I mean? Like, just live your life. Live your life. Even if you have a boyfriend, make sure that boyfriend loves you for not just how you look, but like what like traits you have. Do you know what I mean?
And make sure he's not holding you back either.
Yeah, like literally. Make sure he's not holding you, and make sure that guy, whoever you're with, whether you're black, white, dark skin, light skin, loves you for the person you are and the person you bring out in him. Imagine being with a guy that just likes you for how you look. Do you know what I mean?
That's
like,
so rubbish.
It's not it. Do you know what I mean?
No point.
So, honestly, male validation, scrap it. Validation from friends as well. If you have a friend that makes you feel like you're less than or you're ugly, that's not your friend.
Yeah, cut them off. That's so toxic.
If you are a black
I feel like
girl,
that's very like I had a friend like that.
Is it?
I had a friend like that just made me feel like nothing.
Yeah,
like
there are
like
a lot of friends like that,
and it's horrible.
Like, going to a girls' school, you'll see that a lot. You'll see some girls don't want to be friends with you for who you are, but just how you look as well. So same with relationships. Some girls only want to be friends with you because you're pretty. You'd be surprised because when guys see a group of girls, like let's say for example, when guys see a group of girls and they're all pretty, and like let's say a few of them aren't as pretty, they'll just say, "Oh, you're pretty anyway," because your friends are pretty. Do you know what I mean? So like I feel like sometimes girls that aren't secure with themselves, they will find girls that are pretty, light skin, dark skin, whatever, like whoever, and just flaunt them because
have them as their batch.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? But
wait, guys. Okay, cool. So did you guys ever have like a friend that made you feel shit about you being dark skinned?
About being dark skinned, not specifically dark skin, but like for not being as pretty as other people.
How did like that like explain it basically?
Like, for example, let's say me and my friends, we've all gone out, and then like I won't get posted, or like my picture won't get liked by certain people, but like these other people their pictures will, like, it's small, like people don't, like, people think it's not that deep, but small things like that I actually do pick up on, like people pick up on it, like, or like there might be a group picture, and then some people are so spiteful, there'll be a group picture and they'll only tag like 3 girls. Oh my gosh, this one A, B, and C is so pretty, knowing you're in the picture, and exclude you. Like, I've actually been through stuff like that.
You've been through stuff like that?
Like, people are rude. People are really rude. Or
what
like,
about you?
No, just to be honest, I never heard it face front from my friends.
Yeah.
But I did hear a lot of things like behind my back, but nothing that was 100%. But the one thing that one of my friends did say to me was that, oh, you know, you'd be prettier if you're lighter. Like, you're pretty, but like you'd be prettier if you're lighter.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, like I was like, like,
wow.
Because I genuinely believed it as well.
Yeah, it's the self-hate talking.
It's the, like, wow, I can't believe a friend would say that. Like, I remember telling my friends I don't feel pretty, and they said, no, like, you're beautiful, this and that. Do you know what I mean? Like, those are the friends you have. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's friends that will be like, yeah, you would be a bit prettier if you had this and that. Do you know what I mean? Even some husbands or boyfriends would do that. You know, they'll be like, I'm not gonna lie, like, if you put on a bit of weight, you'd be more, you know.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, like if you did your hair this way, or if you did, like, do you know what I mean? But who cares? Why do you feel so entitled? Do you know what I mean?
Literally, live your life.
No, live your life.
Not mine.
Live your life, because how does me looking a certain way impact you? But I think it hurts more with friends as well, because we're all females. So if anyone should resonate with how I feel, it should be you, because you're a female. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So like going to a girls' school and seeing other females like be bringing each other down, it was not nice at all. I'll be real. Like,
girls' schools are not for the weak.
It's not for the weak.
They're not for the
I'm
weak.
happy I went though. It's character building, but it's actually not for the weak. Like, if you're weak, is it?
Yes.
In a mixed school, I feel like I always thought mixed schools were nicer than girls' schools, but
yeah, I think they are, because the stories I've heard.
Yeah, like girls' schools, it's true. Like, that's what I'm saying. And when you're with girls, you just remember, as well as you're insecure, these other girls are insecure, but they just project it differently. I might be insecure and cry about it at home. Some girls might like project it by bullying others or like putting other people down, which I think is wrong. Do you know what I mean? So like we could like this. It's so funny because all of this could easily be solved if we were all just uplifting each other and we were just nice. It's that simple.
Or just keep quiet.
Yeah, like
keep quiet.
Just be quiet. Do you know what I mean? Like, it would all be much easier if we just uplifted each other, especially being in a girls' school. It's ridiculous how many girls will not support you or would uplift you. You know how I feel. You know you're going through it yourself, but like you will never admit to it. So yeah, I just think if you are in secondary school or like sixth form, or you're an adult and you feel like, you know, you're not worthy or like you're not pretty because you're a certain color, honestly, don't think like I know it's easy. It's easier said than done. Like to not think like that, but like look in the mirror and deep how wonderfully made you were, and like how you are, and how much detail like your creator has put into you. Why wouldn't that be pretty? Do you know what I mean? Don't let someone say you're ugly and run with it. Do you know what I mean? Don't let people tell you about yourself. If anyone knows you, it's yourself. Do you know what I mean? If anyone knows you, it's yourself. So as of now, are you guys like proud to be dark skinned?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. But I'm not gonna lie, things that really irritate me. I don't know if this is going off subject, but when people will be calling me pretty, just call me pretty. Yeah. Or like they'll be like, oh, prettiest dark skin or pretty for dark skin. Yeah. Like you don't have to add that in it. I'm just a girl. Like
you're just a girl. No,
like,
I'm just a girl. I mean? Pretty, like, you see, it's things like that. Like, it's still backhanded. People might think like, this is a nice comment, but it's actually backhanded. Why is the dark skin necessary? Do you know what I mean? So like pretty-est dark skin. So like,
so that means out of all the other girls,
do you know what I mean?
Well.
Like,
especially pretty for a dark skin. You're
pretty
like, you're trying to insinuate that dark skins aren't pretty.
That's so rude, you know.
All the time.
I don't think people realize how, because if I said like, it would sound weird if I said you're pretty for a white girl.
Yeah.
That would sound mad weird, you know. But like you're pretty for a mixed race girl. That wouldn't sound right. Like I've never.
No, pretty for a brown skin.
Pretty, like, do you know what I mean? Pretty for a brown skin.
I've never heard you're pretty for a light skin.
Yeah.
You don't hear that
like,
ever.
I'm not gonna automatically, if you're a lighter shade, you're just pretty. Automatically. Like that's just how it is. And like
you definitely have the upper hand.
Yeah, you definitely have the and a lot of like, I don't know if I feel like if you do have friends of lighter shades, have you ever experienced like having friends of lighter shades and like they know and they take advantage of it and they like put you down? I want to explain it. Because like
friends, but people in school.
Like even like I've heard a lot of clubs won't take you in.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I don't name them because I don't want to get like, you know.
Clubs?
But yeah, like
Yeah.
clubs, like nightclubs.
Clubs, yeah.
I heard a lot of nightclubs will not take it, like unless you're with a batch of like lighter skinned girls. If you're dark skinned,
or if you're with like footballers
or influencers, they won't take you in. You know.
Listen, I already know. I've had first-hand experience.
Is it?
Oh my gosh! On my birthday, if I remember the place, I'll say it because I don't care. Listen, I'll draw them out. But yeah, so I must have gone there. They didn't say anything about the night being for over 21s. Obviously, I'm just thinking over 18, I can go. And I've even got the person, because I don't know if you guys know that, they'll have somebody who's the leader of your group, the host. Yeah. And he'll bring you in. So he knew all of our ages, he knew everything. He said, call me when you're there. Called him, we're there now. The person's now checking our ID. She was a light-skinned woman. But like, she was very... I don't want to say whitewashed, but you know when you can tell somebody's very whitewashed, like so like the way she was speaking to us, she had so much attitude already. Wow. Like, it was just like she just was looking down on us like we're scum, and then she was like, "Oh, you guys can't go in. It's over 21." That's all she said. Like, you guys can't go in. It's over 21. I said, "Where does it say that on your website?" And then she was like, "Listen, I don't have time for this." And then she literally went like this in my face.
Is it?
Wow.
Wait, what city? What city was this?
Wow.
Where was it? When I remember, I'll tell you.
Yeah, but like, was you with darker skinned friends as well?
I was with brown skin.
So basically, predominantly black.
Yeah.
But other people in that club, did they look younger than 21 in there as well? Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's small things like that. Like, and the attitude wasn't needed. At least if she was like, "Oh, sorry, we can't take you, your ID, blah blah," but already her attitude was like, she really looked down on you. Do you know what I mean? She really looked down on you. Like, there are a lot of like friends that, like, let's say there's a duo, there's a lightest friend and then there's a darker friend. There's a lot of duos where the lighter friend will actually look at her own friend and think, you're not as pretty as me. Yeah. Can't really hang around.
I was in that.
Is it?
Yeah,
wow.
I was in that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
French, like, there was this one friend I had. I think one time she just said, like, you just have breasts, like, that's it.
Oh my gosh.
No.
That's what she said to me. She was like, you just have breasts, that's it.
So wait, out of the blue, she just...
Yeah, like, we was having a conversation about... I don't remember what the conversation was about, but it was something along the lines of that. I never said anything because these times I genuinely believed I was ugly because I was dark skinned. And she was just like, you just have breasts, like, that's it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Please tell me you can't.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, she's gone
that
now.
day. No, but no,
not that day. It's not that day.
That day, that day, that hour, that second, that moment. Oh my gosh, what do you even say to that?
I didn't say anything. Guys, I didn't defend myself. Do you know how much I never defended myself.
She basically said you're not really anything, you're just a pair of boobs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your friend.
Yeah. Why?
Quote unquote.
If you have any friends like that, you have to please run. Like, I'm sorry, this life is too short to be around people that...
And it's way more damaging when it comes from friends.
Yeah, it's too short to be around people that don't really care about you. But I'm sorry, guys, it's time for it to wrap up. I hope you guys liked this podcast and took it almost thumbnails. We used to do thumbnails. But yeah, and took it in and like really, I hope someone out there watched this and felt a difference. Do you know what I mean? But thank you guys for watching. Let's do a thumbnail because I actually forget.